Do you feel swamped by emotions and all the crazy energies that seem to be going on at the moment? Well, in this video, we are going to use the Muse Tarot and we are going to do a 3-card reading, just to kind of look into what's going on and see if we can square you up with your feelings, because everything happens for a reason, and one of the reasons that this is happening at the moment is, well, it's new moon on this very day, but this week, actually, which is the third week of March 2023, we have actually got 3 planetary shifts going on. Sun is in Aries, and there's, gosh, I can't actually remember, but there's 3 planetary shifts going on at the moment. Watch my other channel, For Astro Truth, for details of all the different shifts and things that go on every day. But there's a lot happening. Now, new moon normally is a time when things go very, very quiet. Everything in nature comes to a lull and there's not a lot going on. Because of that, it's a great time to make plans, though. And this is where we get a lot of stuff going on in our minds, going on in our hearts. Essentially the same thing, if you ask me. But there we go. That's where we are at the beginning of this new phase of stuff happening. We haven't had any planetary retrogrades for a while. Still not to come for a while yet, actually, but they will come, because let's face it, they always do. So we have 3 cards. These are from the Muse Tarot. I would normally say pick a card, but these 3 are going to tell a story. Now, I'm sorry I haven't put any kind of, me talking videos up for a long time. Or maybe I talk too much, but I know some of you guys look forward to them. Thanks so much for all your support and your patience waiting for this. But it's time to get stuff going in the garden at the moment. So just about scrubbed my nails. They still look a bit mucky, but that's all good stuff. It's all Mother Earth, That's what it's all about. And speaking of Mother Earth, actually, here's card number 1. This is the Empress. Okay, so we've got this wonderful command of nature being shown here. And, this is a card that it sort of brings a lot of comfort, because this reminds us that we have actually got a lot of control over the world around us, whether we know it or not. But the more we are aware that we've got that control, the better we can actually do, the more things we can make happen. But look at all these planets rushing around down here. Really quite confusing by the look of it, but what isn't confusing at all is this spark of light, friends, and this is what I want to draw your attention to more than anything in today's reading. Actually, we all have that spark of light right down there in the core of our being. And sometimes we meditate and we visualize that spark expanding, and sometimes we have to get on with everyday life and, not try and show the world too much amazingness, because we're all more amazing than the world can really handle. So we tend to hide our lights under a bushel. But let your light shine, okay? That's the advice here, because you've got it. You really have. And all the forces of nature, all the craziness of nature, and let's face it, nature is being pretty crazy at the moment, are actually there to support every one of us in every possible way, really. So whatever's going on, remember that nature connection. Remember the goddess connection that we all have. And don't forget to ground yourself, That's one really sure way of just kind of, getting nice and calm and making the most of all the craziness that goes on around us, because in that craziness there's a lot of good stuff. It just gets lost in the craziness, really, does it not? Okay, so we'll move on now. What will we have now? We will have the Page of Inspiration, card 2. And this is the middle card because it's a 3-card reading, so it all kind of hinges on this. When we speak of the Page of Inspiration in the Muse Tarot, what we're really talking about is the Page of Wands. So this is about getting things done. It's really important. And getting things done has been kind of difficult for a lot of us at the moment. There's a million sparks of ideas going off here, and they're crazy. But just look at this cloud if I bring it up close. No, it's not going to focus if I bring it too close, but look at that beautiful cloud. And that really is what all these sparks of light give rise to, because Just as we were talking about the spark of light in the Empress card there, we have all got that spark of light, and we do all live in this world together. So the sparks do kind of play off against each other, really, but they all end up in this beautiful cloud, you see. This is what the Creator actually sees when the Creator looks upon the human race. And, you know, being the Page of Wands, we really are talking about some action. We really are talking getting things done here. And this, you might say, is a rain cloud of creativity, okay? All this crazy stuff going on is actually meant to be creative. So go with the flow as much as you can, friends. Don't let this become a worry, whatever happens, okay? And we move on then to the Muse of Emotions. She is essentially, she is essentially the Queen of Cups. And this is a really good outcome for the sort of question that we're asking in this reading, really, which is just trying to make sense of everything. I think that's what we're all trying very hard to do at the moment. I know I am, anyway. And things will eventually make sense, because the emotions, in other words, the suit of cups, are all about the things we really want, you know, the things we long for, the things we desire. And as I've very often said in my videos and in my general readings, I do private readings as well. By the way, do drop me an email if you would like, 135and83@gmail.com. That is 35and83@gmail.com. I will put it down there in the description where it says ... more. Tap on that and you'll find my Gmail address and my Facebook and my Instagram and a whole load of good stuff. But anyway, yeah, Muse of Emotions, Queen of Emotions, right? And it's interesting to see the Queen of Emotions, the Queen of Cups, as a muse, really, because it's something we need to kind of look at. It's something we've all got within us, but sometimes we need to kind of look at it almost as if it was outside of us and just examine it and think, you know, how does that relate to me? How does that kind of make sense in my world? The more we look at it, the more complicated it seems. But friends, if you'll just meditate, if you'll just take it easy, all these confusing things will kind of start to make sense, because like I said earlier, everything happens for a reason. So all these different things, all these emotions, all these feelings are coming in to guide us, to draw us towards where we need to be as people. And we're all very different in that sense. But look, she's kind of got two faces there. There's two of her. She's got two whole bodies, really, as far as I can see. And they're back to back. And this is just it. You know, the inspiration is looking one way and another part of the inspiration is looking another way. And we as people kind of have to look head on at both of those, really, to actually make sense of it. So really, this is a call to meditate as much as anything. That's what we're seeing here. I'm going to do a significatory card, though, just to try and make a little more sense of this. And we will use Work Your Light by Rebecca Campbell. Wonderful deck. I absolutely love this deck. Use it in many of my private readings. And my personal readings that I do for myself, I'm going to go nuts and just cut the deck and see what we get. Here we go. Right now, this does make rather good sense. If only I can get hold of the card, which is never easy. Break the chain. Break the chain. Okay, so there's the cave. People are coming out of the cave. People are looking onwards and upwards. And the cave, really, in this reading, just represents the craziness, the difficulty we have in actually seeing and feeling and recognizing our own spark of light amidst all the stuff that's going on. It isn't necessarily dark stuff that's going on, but confusion leads to a kind of inner mental darkness. But will it focus? Probably not, but I think you can see I think you can see the rings of Saturn there on that great big planet, and many planets are indicated there. Even there's quite a good sense of the moon with this one as well, and it is a new moon. Which has kind of prompted me to do this reading today. And it's the new moon that brings all these ideas. But you see, we have a couple of days to make sense of it, because always in moon magic and manifestation, when we have a new moon, it's a time to make plans. It's not good to launch those plans until another 2 or 3 days' time, when the moon is visible in the sky again. So you've got time to think, you've got time to meditate. That's the good news. The other good news is I've made a video again, and I'm kind of quite pleased about this. So ever so sorry I haven't been making many, but I'll be back more and more once the garden kind of gets making headway and getting things planted and that kind of thing. And we are getting there. So friends, grow your spiritual garden, grow all those sparks of inspiration into a beautiful cloud of positivity. And I will look forward to seeing you again in a future video. Take care. Love and light, blessings and peace.